So the simulation likes to reuse fact patterns, right? It's code reusage. And today, two different people had similar events. I spoke with a prospective client today where she agreed, she's going through marital discord, and she agreed to permit her husband to borrow from his 401k to buy another property. And in return, he was going to, or did in fact, sign over the deed to the house to her. And that was their own settlement agreement, without attorneys, without a written agreement. And it in fact could have been a fair transaction. Turned out, when you don't use an attorney, you often enough don't have all of the correct documents. So what happened is that the deed was signed. However, some or a few of the other transfer documents were not signed, and this person could not record the deed. And the husband now has second thoughts. So at one point, she had tremendous leverage, or maybe not even tremendous leverage, because they arrived at the numbers themselves. But what we have now is how does she get the gentleman to sign the rest of the documents? Because there's no pending court case. Well, I said, you need someone, in conversation, the suggestion was, you need someone, a friend, a sibling, your oldest adult child, your pastor, a member of your church, a community friend. Someone has to impress upon him that he should honor the benefit of this bargain. And if that fails, or if it's not safe to do, or if it's something that can't be done because you don't have this independent third party or someone with enough gravitas, well, then you need the court to prompt the gentleman, push him for the benefit of his bargain, and then revisit the entirety of the situation. Perhaps that was not a fair exchange. And in the ode to the simulation, I had a second client today. That was a prospective client, but this was a client that had, in fact, come up with an agreement before hiring me where he was going to sign over the house in exchange for his wife to refinance and pay him off. So in this pre-attorney transaction, he did in fact sign the house over to her. The wife refinanced, and she's holding the money. So now we have to, there are lawyers on both sides, and we have to get to the bottom of it. My associate requested the appraisal. We want to make sure that he is in fact getting a fair transaction, the numbers and what he's going to arrive at. But it's crazy to me that often enough in the same day, I will have the same or nearly similar fact patterns for different people. And I chalk it up to the simulation.